Hey, don't I look crazy? I know I do. I'm trying to heal and get well. I am happy to do a review of Dolly. I have a few things to say about this. I love Dolly Parton. I feel like if you don't like Dolly Parton, there must be something wrong with you because she has just got to be one of the coolest, sweetest, most down to earth, original humans, ladies, to ever walk the earth. I mean, she's just like such a great person. I don't know how anybody could not love Dolly. Anyhow, let me talk about the bottle because you may notice that it's missing the beautiful little butterfly that goes on top. I'm so happy to have this, mainly because I love Dolly Parton. And I do wish it had the little butterfly on top. Y'all know what it looks like, but just in case, looks like that. Um, on one of my fragrance groups online, we were discussing this fragrance months ago, and I ended up going out of town and I traveled to see my kids in Los Angeles. I'm in South Carolina. And we had been discussing it on the site, and a very sweet person who had the fragrance said, I'll be happy to send you a sample. And so I ended up being in California for quite some time, and I came back and I actually had not just a sample, you guys, but this whole package with a nice note inside and packaged so nicely, and this whole bottle. I won't mention full names, but this lovely person's name is Sam, and thank you, Sam. Part of the reason I want to share that story is because Dolly is such a kind and generous person, and people like Sam, who was so sweet to send me this whole bottle, just that it's the same kind of energy. It's that kind of kindness and sweetness and thoughtfulness that, especially with the note included, that just restores your faith in the kindness of humanity. So I think that's a great story to go along with this Dolly fragrance. But anyway, she ended up being able to send me the whole bottle because she had purchased it online, and when it was shipped to her, it was broken. And so she got refunded, and she still didn't have to send me the whole bottle, but she did, and I'm so happy to have it. So, what do I think about Dolly the fragrance? Dolly the person is absolutely just a unique, amazing person. We've covered that. Y'all know that. Let me read the notes actually first, and then I'll just tell you. Okay, so the product details, I'm actually looking online where it's being sold online, the Walmart online, and it says for $35.96, which is, of course, very affordable. What a pretty pink. I love her signature. And I love the butterfly. And I'd love to have the little butterfly on top. But I love this. It says, so reading from that product details, butterflies, hearts, and hope, true inspiration from rags to rhinestones. Dolly Parton spreads love and hopes around the world. Now she introduces her signature fragrance where flower blossoms, rhinestone hearts, and playful butterflies transport us to a place where everything is possible. Dolly's Scent from Above, Eau de Toilette, celebrates the love and joy we all share within the magic and delight of the rainbows. Open your heart to Dolly's new fragrance. So, what I think happened... Oops, I'm getting a phone call. Why am I getting a phone call from... I'm going to have to... I don't know if I should answer that or not. Sorry about that. I was wondering about that phone call. Y'all know I don't edit any videos. I don't put up any intros. Nothing special. Just doing my recording. Okay, so what was I saying? I think that Dolly hits the nail on the head with this fragrance in many regards. I think that just like she is a person who reaches everybody, It is very loving towards people of all kinds everywhere. This fragrance is suitable for everybody because ultimately it's gentle, sweet floral. Did I read all the notes? I will read the notes, but ultimately it is a feminine, sweet floral skin scent. So I feel like she reaches her market, which is really any and everybody, because it's affordable, it's inoffensive, and basically it reminds me of a down-to-earth girl who likes to get pretty, sometimes. And like Dolly is very down to earth, but she's just ultra feminine as well. I mean, she's country, she's outdoorsy, but yet she's so girly. And also this is inoffensive. Like, I feel like a little girl could have this on her dresser and wear it because it's a mostly sweet floral and it's just light and girly and feminine, but also a grown woman. It kind of reminds me of some of certain people in my family who are very down to earth and outdoorsy, but also very businesslike. So I feel like, because Dolly is a business person as well, I feel like what's businesslike about this is that you could wear it in the office. You could wear it to a business meeting where you are making an impact on people around you, not your fragrance necessarily, where you're pleasant and you're feminine, under the nice shirt, under whatever it is you're wearing, there's a soft floral feminineness to it, but it's you that's presenting yourself. If that makes sense. I think that's professional. I know some of y'all like to go in the office buildings and you're loud and proud with your fragrance. That's, in my opinion, not a professional thing to do in the workplace, amongst other certain places. But, you're not going to walk in the office building. You're not going to walk in a courtroom trying to define yourself with your fragrance and anything serious, because it's you that you're presenting you. And it doesn't have to be just business I'm talking about. Dolly is an amazing person and she sparkles from head to toe, inside and out. She doesn't really need to be defined by anything else, but yet she's ultra feminine. So I feel like, I live in the Carolinas and I was born in Tennessee on a military base and I grew up in Maryland. And some of my family members that I'm thinking of are some of my, they're very professional women, and outdoorsy too. But if you're from Maryland, a lot of people work for the government and a lot of people can be very hard edged. That's what they're all about. Bang, 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 disciplined and, to the point. But these same types, they're very professional, but they have like a feminine, still, of course, a feminine side to them, but they're not going to go overboard. They're definitely not going to be wearing something like to where they want to smell like they're picking somebody up or they're out of the club. It'll be the underneath, the whatever it is you're presenting, this underneath sweet floral. Feminine for woman, or girly, because women are girly too. But it's, on the skin, which is tasteful. I always love that story of Dolly when she was a little girl saying, they had a very religious family, but it was a big deal to go into town. And I can tell you, after living in the Carolinas, if you live way out in the country in the Carolinas, it is a big deal for, like, I didn't grow up down here, although my family's from the South. But the kids who live out in the country, it is a big deal when they get together and ride to town for whatever reason, to go to the store. The parents have to go to the bank, but they're still riding into town. What the heck was my point with that? Oh, she said she rode into town and they would see like the local lady of the night, but out during the day and, with her high heels and flashy hair and makeup and her mama said something about, well, that lady's trash. And Dolly said, well, that's what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be trash. And it reminds me of that other country song that says, I like my women a little on the trashy side. I mean, there's nothing trashy about this because it's such a skin scent and it doesn't last long. You would have to reapply it. Probably just a couple hours, and it just sits nicely on the skin, almost like a nice silky, if you're going to be professional, you have a nice shirt on or dress, and then you have a nice, supposed to wear slips. Have you noticed people stop doing that? People stop wearing like nice silky undershirts under their business shirts. I've noticed a lot of women of various ages, particularly young women, they don't wear slips under their dresses, which is proper and it's appropriate. But so this is like that nice slip underneath your clothing. It's a slip of a fragrance, feminine, soft. And I think that kind of sums it up. I think she hit the nail on the head. Soft, feminine, reaches any and everybody, and affordable for any and everybody. So I hope that does this fragrance justice, Dolly. I'm such a Dolly fan, musically and as a person. So yeah, that's it. That wraps up my Dolly review. Peace out. Like and subscribe later.